Okay, people, listen up. I mean, there's a lot of changes that have been made, a lot of things that are happening. So I'll probably just do this one power. I might do another. But I'll do this power and I'll take you through the roster and things like that and some of the changes that we've already made. But we are starting the Crockett Cup because according to the game, there hasn't been one this year. So we're going to start with the Crockett Cup. Within the Crockett Cup, a lot of teams have got a bye. I've brought a lot of teams in. Yep. Alienated Youth, which is Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz. Obviously, Top Flight. You should know who they are. If you don't, it's Darius and Dante Martin. The Astronauts, an excellent team from Japan. Calamari Catchkins, which is Chris Brooks and Jonathan Gresham. Los Golpeadores, which is Alpha Wolf and Dragon Bane. Lycos Gym, which is Kid Lycos and Kid Lycos 2. Moonlight Express. I don't even remember who Moonlight Express are. But we've got a bunch of people, and we've signed them up and we're doing a Crockett Cup. And yeah, we had more than 16 teams, so we're just giving some teams a bye. Like for example, the agency, they're the tag champs. We'll give them a bye, and yeah, stables. We've added Ace of Spades, so Ace Austin, Axel Tischer, and Big Damo and Maurice, because Big Damo and Axel Tischer had a apparently they had a tag team in uh, NXT, I think, or something. Wherever it was, it probably wasn't NXT, but wherever it was, they were in a tag team. And Big Damo is Ace's muscle, Diddy. So we thought we'd bring them in, and we can add more spice to the rice of the storylines. Uh, Another group we've added is TMDK. So Mikey Nichols, Shane Hast, and why are they not just a tag team? Why are they stable when you need three people? Because we have offered a contract to the legend himself and probably the best wrestler in the world at this moment in time, Mr. Zack Sabre Jr. So we've been going a bit crazy since we got to a small size. More people are willing to work with us. They're going to talk to us, and we're able to spend a little bit more. So we've decided to deepen the roster. And one of the things I need to remember is we've only got an hour and a half each week. So yeah, one of the things with TEW is that you don't want to have like 15 storylines going on. You just have a few, and I've just got enough at the moment for me to include them in the show bi-weekly. Unless it's Ace Austin and like Ron Killings and stuff, I include them every week just because they're money. The War Dogs as well. So El Fantasma has just been added for whatever reason because he's come from New Japan. But we've got Dave Finlay, we've got Clark Connors, we've got Dan Maloney, and here's the thing: although they don't have great popularity in the US. They have good popularity in Japan. So we're just trying to attract different audiences, maybe different broadcasters, by bringing in some people who could just put more eyes on the product. Whether that's actually within the game mechanics, I don't know, but we'll try it out and we'll see. But these people are not going to be on the show every single week and things like that. So you know, uh, it is what it is. But here we are. So that's what's going on. So maybe we should just get straight into the show. Let me get a beer. One second. Like I said, it's just going to be a light stream, a light stream. As I said, it's not going to be a very long stream. Or in this beer, man. Like I say, it is my birthday on Sunday, so we stream tonight for a little bit because the next time I'll be free, most likely, will be Saturday afternoon. Uh, of course, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. So Ronhausen, they start the show. Um, they talk about entering the Crockett Cup because they're entering themselves. Uh, they say it's kicking off tonight, and they are one of many teams that have received a bye in the tournament. Ron sends a message telling Ace Austin to get ready because he's coming for the belt. One way or another, he will be NWA champion. And woo, 85 segment rating. Yeah, I did not expect that. 85 segment rating. I've only just seen that. That is, yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, we're doing well here. Yeah. We're doing very well here. 85 to start the show, man. Danhausen, Ron Killings doing their thing. Okay, I'm really happy with that. So, right, MXM versus TMDK. MXM defeated TMDK. Mansoor pinned Shane Hast with a running super kick. The match was designed to tell a specific story, so people may have been held back a little bit because it was going to be like a what do you call it, a storytelling match. Um, and yeah, segment rating 45. Little dis. I mean, I didn't actually choose the winners. I left it to the agent. Probably would have had TMDK going through, to be honest, because I'm not going to have. I mean, I've signed a lot of these guys on like 3-month contracts and things like that because I don't know if I'm going to be utilizing them really. How long I'm going to have them on the books? He'll kind of just be there. I didn't give anyone a night off tonight um, because I don't know why, and that's going to be maybe a hefty travel bill. So 45 rating, it is what it is. But they're advancing the Crockett Cup. Crowd are white hot. This is more like it. The Hardys defeated Ace of Spades when Jeff Hardy pinned Axel Tischer with a twist of fate and a swanton bomb combo. And the match was designed to car crash style lunch for the Crazy James bombs. During the match, we also had Ron Killings distract Tischer. So wrestling rating 50, crowd rating 40, segment rating 56. Matt and Jeff Hardy still showing that they can go. Maybe Jeff a little bit more than Matt. Um, I would imagine we got a boost because of star power. Um, Big Damo, that's his highest rating, 51 so far. And Alex Tischer with a 50. So, but that there progresses the storyline with Ron Killings. I mean, yeah, 56 overall. I mean, I'm happy with that score. Next, Trevor Lee says losing to Takeshita was embarrassing. He never lets anyone get one up on him. Takeshita thinks he can beat me and walk off into the sunset. Well, no, he can't. Make him realize he's not who he thinks he is. And nobody treads on Trevor Lee. Nobody. So, segment rating 45. It's a little bit low. I mean, I would have expected better, but it is what it is. Move on to the next match. Crockett Cup. Uh, Decent reaction from the crowd. Violence Forever defeated Alienated Youth. Um, Dominic Guarini submitted Trey Miguel with a Mighty Mouse. And as part of the Crockett Cup, I mean, Trey Miguel was the best one in the ring. If I'm being honest, I did look for Alienated Youth to lose because with Dominic Guarini and Kevin Koo being the number one contenders, them going out like, you know, first chance you get at the Crockett Cup, it just kind of doesn't really make any sense. So, yeah, 53 rated, not the best, but it is what it is. Father James Mitchell demands an answer from King Kota, and Father James Mitchell's very underrated, I can see. King Kota asks what's Max done to deserve it. The last time they were here, Masha and Ronda folded up their clothes whilst they were wearing them. After too much smack talk, Maxi Impaler comes out and attacks King Kota. Segment rating 48. I'm not happy with that at all. Um, and the thing is, this show's going to cost some money because every match we've pretty much got 4 people in it. So it's going to be a tough one. But we'll see. Melina reminds Ali that Aramis is the number one contender. Ali congratulates Aramis, but is ignored. There's only a couple minutes, that segment. 51 rating. I'm okay with that. It is what it is. We move on. I don't know if I pressed next segment, did I? Continue the show. Froze a little bit on me, so I didn't get to see AOP versus Top Flight. I will check that. Um, but this one, 56 rating. I probably would have expected a little bit more, but Ross Von Erich definitely brought it down a little bit. Shelton Benjamin with a 66, top tier. I love that. Let's go back to the booking screen. That's fine. Cedric got some backstage heat. So AOP versus Top Flight was rated a 48. Um, okay, that's fine. I don't even know who won that match though. That's the problem. Ace and Maurice are interviewed about Ron's actions leading to the Ace of Spades losing. Ace Austin cuts off Maurice when she starts to answer. Ace reminds everyone that Ron lost. Another opportunity was given, and Danhausen lost. Ace says he has not been champion for 130 days to spend his time dealing with clowns. Ron can want a shot, but he's annoyed the whole of the Ace of Spades. And that's right. Me, Axel, and Damo will see Ron, Danhausen, and Colby in the ring next week. So 61 rating, that's set up 3-on-3 for next week. And the crowd are very hot. And this, I believe, was the main event. Um, Leon Slater, someone else that we've managed to get in the NWA. He does have a contract with like every single promotion going, so it is what it is. But Metalik defeated Leon Slater within 10 minutes with a corkscrew somersault senton bomb. The match was designed so wrestlers can go out and steal the show. Metalik makes it defense number 10 of the World Television title. Segment rating 67. Metalik 65, and he seemed off his game, but he held up that match. Leon Slater with a 52, which is okay, and the crowd were very hot. And then this one is part of the Crockett Cup tournament. Post show. I didn't want to include it into the main show because I knew the rating would be low. Brent and Brandon Tate, I think this might be their last run now because I just knew I couldn't have them on the main show, so there's no point in having them around. So yeah, it was just so once we get to the next show, the Crockett Cup is now into like full effect. We're not waiting on one match to happen, so we can, get everyone who's got to buy a match. Everyone should be like have opponents next week. So that was that. Crowd was still buzzing at the end, so that's fine. So we've increased our popularity in 18 regions, right? But we're being penalised because so we've got 59. But we're being penalised because our music production is worse than at least one of our rivals. Broadcasting quality level, live event experience, and production values are much worse. And it's like, well, who's our rivals? It's like AEW, and they're just industry leaders in everything. So 347 people is the most we've ever had at a show. This was in the Mid South as well. Um, I'm not. I mean, it's just money, isn't it? Um, Marshall Van Erich, I'm not really bothered about him. They're probably going to go now. So that cost us 18 grand purely because we're doing this Crockett Cup and it's a lot of money. Um, ticket sales, sold more tickets though. Um, but yeah, let's get into the popularity. Okay, cool. Um, Canada, we've got up to 20. Other places we've gone up, Mid Atlantic and stuff, I think 35, but we're still climbing. So even though we're getting penalized on production and stuff, um, I mean, at least we're still gaining popularity. But all that stuff is gonna cost a lot of money. It's lower than our recent 67s and things like that, but it's basically because of our production values and stuff like that. Um, it's more about the company infrastructure, which we're getting penalised on. So 85 though for Ronhausen was ridiculous, and having that as an opener, 347 people was our biggest show. And do you know what? Maybe we just shouldn't have started the Crockett Cup now because it's just very expensive at the moment. But we'll get through it. If we look at Power, good ratings, but again, it's 59 rated show. We got the highest attendance we've had. Now the show rating is bad because of the infrastructure. So we started the Crockett Cup. If you weren't here, it's all good. Uh, you know, we got some new guys in strictly for the Crockett Cup. Ronhausen got an 85, which is like top tier. But the production value is literally what we have to figure out. Um, and if we go to business, this is what's killing us. This is what's killing us. So, I mean, 75 grand a month. Ah, we can't do that. Music, 10 grand a month. Okay, we can do that. We can up that. Um, this the cost would be 5 grand a night. Okay, we can do that. Semi-pro, 7.5 grand a month, 1,500 per night of shows. Let's upgrade to professional. So if we look at the rival levels, uh, so we're not as good at the moment now as NXT and TNA. Cool. AEW is not even on the list, so that's fine. Uh, but that's what we've been getting penalised for. So okay, things have changed now. We're still in the red. Hopefully, I mean you're going to see a change in like how that affects us financially. Uh, and yeah, so if we look at what we're going to look at, we're going to look at the tournaments. We're going to look at the Crockett Cup, and this is what we got going on. Um, there's some decent, matchups here. The Syndicate versus the Hardys. I like that, and we got some debuts to come up as well. The Agency versus the Coffee Brothers. I would have liked to see them against someone else, but it is what it is. Um, so yeah, I've been through. So we've got obviously some new stables: Ace of Spades, Ace Austin, Axel Tischer, Big Damo, Maurice, and these two were in a tag team called Sanity. So I'll put them in a Crockett Cup. They've lost to the Hardys because Ron Killings distracted them. Obviously, we've still got House of Page. The Agency are still here, even though Adam Priest seems very separated from these two, but CJ Perry is his manager. The Clenched Fists are still here. TMDK, because it only has two members, so its strength cannot be analysed, but it will be analysed. Why? Because we offered a contract to Zack Sabre Jr. And then we have the War Dogs, which, I mean, I've added El Phantasmo, but I just put the New Japan guys together. I know David Finlay, Clark Connors are together. Dan Maloney, I think, is part of them. So I just added these guys together because even though they don't have massive popularity, I mean, David Finlay has decent popularity in the US, but in Japan, very good popularity. So I don't know if the mechanics will bring us popularity worldwide, more of a reach in different places. But that's why we've done it. So just a little bit different. But the roster has literally exploded. So Ace Perry's joined, but don't know how long he'll be here for because he's someone to build up. But I've not seen him in the ring yet, so I'd have to do him on like a pre-show or something like that. Um, let's just get rid of the agents and stuff. Let's just show the wrestlers, active wrestlers. Let's go down the list. Alex Windsor, who is someone that I used to watch at Pro Wrestling Eve. I have seen her wrestle before she got to AEW. Someone we'd have to build up, but for the women's division, I'm happy that she's on board. Contract $90 a show. Yeah, and she's on a written contract. So what can I say? Can't complain. Uh, Alpha Wolf, good stats. Yeah, his contract is 170 a show, and he tags with. I mean, his popularity. Mexico is pretty decent as well. So just trying to bring more eyes to the product. His tag team partner is Dragon Bane. He's on 170 a show. Um, and he's good in the ring. They're both good in the ring. No, they're not. Yeah, they're both good in the ring. So we're looking forward in the sense that, I mean, this guy as well, Ades, what a wrestler. Look at that. Look at that. How can I complain? You know, I can't complain, right? Um, Contracts 410 a show is a bit steep. He can turn into a really, really good wrestler. Mexico is, you know, good popularity. But going forward, it's just, I don't know why I just went out and just signed everybody. And I don't know if that's just because I wanted to get them into NWA, get them to be like happy, and I don't know, just keep them away from other companies as well. I don't know, but I wanted to try and incorporate them. And obviously, you know, from this time with us, they can go across the different promotions in the alliance. Axel Tischer was one that we signed um, just because popularity is decent, but he's a decent wrestler. Um, Someone I've used in my AEW save. But with his connection with Big Damo, if I was going to expand Ace Austin's faction, it just made a bit of sense. It made sense. B Priestley, she's here. Uh, Decent stats, decent popularity. Again, it was just someone that I recognized. It was name value, and I thought, okay, yeah, it makes sense. Let's bring her in. 400 a show. I mean, she's not being used at the moment. Like everybody hasn't made their debut. We've only got an hour and a half, and we're doing a Crockett Cup, so we'll slowly introduce people. Bestia 66, $90 a show. Look at that. Good skills. Fundamentals are excellent. Popularity was okay, but it's someone you can use and someone you can build up. Uh, Rosilla. Um, she's okay. Look at this star quality. Fundamentals are good, so she can turn into someone really decent because I've had her previously on different saves. Popularity in Japan is good. USA is pretty much non-existent, so I will be offering her out to other promotions. And her contract's $30 a show, so you can't go wrong there. Brandon Tate, bye. Brent Tate, bye. You can't be dropping 40s on our weekly TV show, man. 40s and 41s in the ring. My guy, what are we doing here? What are we doing? We can't be doing that. So Clark Connors, 160, all good for me. I'm happy with that. Ace Austin has signed a new deal, actually. He was on 260 a show. Now he's on 1,000 a show, but he's on an exclusive contract. Exclusive contract. So Ace Austin is locked down with us for the next 2 years. He can't go anywhere. Um, we can't negotiate the contract again until September 13th, 2027. Other companies can't come in for him until then. So he has been locked down with the NWA. And that's why we needed to get up to small size because we needed to lock these people down in their contracts. Uh, who else we got? Who else we got? Damian Slater signed him. Technical. I don't know why, but I just looked at him and said, "Got great stats here." Um, and as a potential Gresham or Benjamin feud. 130 a show, you can't go wrong. Lives in the southeast, so we don't have to pay any of his travel, but he's got zero popularity apart from Oceania. So you know that's a project to build up. 110 a show again. Dan Maloney, Danhausen. He didn't sign a new deal. Danny Luna is in the ring. Um, Popularity is okay, but definitely is an upgrade on like the existing women that we've got, like Layla Hirsch and people like that. Um, 170 a show again. I'm not mad at it. So it is what it is. Dante Martin, we kind of just really brought him in for the Crockett Cup. And do you know what? I don't even know if they won their match. I don't know if they won their match or not. Okay, they beat AOP. Okay, that's fine. Uh, all right, cool. Dante, they got good ratings. So do you know what it is, yeah? I'm not even gonna lie to you. This stage, when they're putting in 52s and 56s, Akam and Reza are putting in 43s and 46s. It might be Akam and Reza that have to go, because the wrestling needs to be top tier. And I can't see us keeping people. We've added a load of people. Can't see us keeping people like this who are just not great in the ring. So Scratchy, if you tell me to release them, I'll release them. I'm in firing mode a little bit. Because like I say, you can't be putting in like it affects the show. It affects the quality of the show. You can't be putting in 20s, 30s, 40s in the ring. Like you can't really be doing that. And if it's like the wrestling, as long as if the wrestling's top tier, yeah, Shelton Benjamin's getting a 66 in the ring, bro. So it don't even matter if there's a storyline or not. The segment rating is pushed up. Yeah. Jobbers do have their place, but do you know what it is, yeah? I like jobbers that can wrestle. Yeah. So if you look at Ichiban, yeah, Ichiban is a jobber. Okay, he's a jobber. Uh, if we just look at his matches with the NWA, he defeated Ichiban. Ace Austin defeated Ichiban. Stuff really, he lost. Mentally defeats Ichiban, but 47. Yeah. Okay, that was a bad example. Trevor Lee beats him 50. Aramis H Blanc Ichiban loses again 53. Ichiban loses in this match 53. So this guy's a jobber. Yeah. He's won one match, which was against Sean Legacy in the pre-show, but he's losing and getting 53s. These guys are getting like 42. Like, these guys are literally getting like 42 and that, bro. Like, this is a reliable jobber. This is a jobber that can work. Look at his skills. I mean, they're a bit, that's good. That's good. Physicals and stuff, that's good. Yeah, good. He's good. And he's a jobber, but he's performing. He's performing in the ring. But if you're pulling out 40s, I don't know about all that. 240 a show, Dave Finley. Darius Martin, he's on decent money as well, 370 as well. I signed Darius Lockhart. Um, He was cheap, $60 a show. Decent technicals. So again, if we're moving into a microphone charisma, he could be someone's manager. And again, it's more opponents, like for like the likes of Benjamin the Gresham, because I want to have that kind of lane, the technical wrestling lane. So we probably now with Diamante could probably get released because at the end of the day, she hasn't been performing well. Jalistico is here. Look at his stats. They're glorious. These are glorious stats, man. I think I was supposed to put him in a Crockett Cup, and I forgot. But it's okay. And he's only on 190 a show. I was going to put him in there with this Donny, I think. El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. Stats are mental, man. Stats are mental. Popularity is mental. $80 a show. Like, get out of here, man. Yeah, $80 a show. This was the big dog, 420 a show. Vikingo. Yeah, he's going to be a big deal. Literally one of the best wrestlers we got. And he's putting us before AAA. Yeah, so there's room to get him on an exclusive. But he probably wants a lot of dough to get on an exclusive. Before he even debuts, let's try and sort out an exclusive for him. We don't want to give up his other deals. We're jumping straight to 7. Let's go to 8. Let's go to 9. Let's go to 1,000. He's not having it, and I'm not really willing to go a lot higher. This guy, decent, Phantasmo, as I already showed, contract 250 a show, that's fine. These guys, I didn't mean to offer him that much money, so I couldn't offer him less. But him, look at his stats are unreal, absolutely unreal. I've got him on my other save, and he is a tag partner of him. So when you saw astronauts on the Crockett Cup, it's these two. Yeah, these guys are unreal. These guys are unreal. Who else we got? We got Private Party in, just for the Crockett Cup, really. Nothing amazing. Obviously, man like Jeffers doing his thing. One's pretty expensive. We've got some young talent. Jill Penn. Josh Woods. He's appeared for us before, but we just signed him up. We just thought, all right, cool. Bring him in. Jude London is one. Not known in the US. Again, cheap. Jean Simmons, a Dutch wrestler. $80 a show. Okay here. Fundamentals and physicals are good. Kaito Kiyomiya. Now, if you ever play TW9 and you jump on the save, this is the Donny that you need, yeah? Look at the star quality. 85. On my AEW save, his popularity is all 90s. Okay? But look at this. The only thing is he will never leave now. So you can't get him on an exclusive. Look at the contract. $40 a show. $40 a show. Am I wheeling or dealing or what? Am I Harry Redknapp or what? $40 a show for this Donny. Brother, he's going to be the main Donny. He's going to be the main guy. I'm going to book him every week just to smash people up. Build them up, build them up, build them up. You cannot go wrong with that. Exactly. You know that. This Donny as well. Katsuhiko Nakajima. Look at the stats, bro. From performance to fundamental and physical to primary and mental. This guy is ridiculous. This guy's ridiculous. The only issue is, though, and he's putting us first, popularity ain't bad. Japan is all the way up. I don't have to build him from the ground up like I have to do with Kato. Contract's a little steep though. But the reason why his contract's steep is because he's a mercenary. So the worker is only interested in their own career and making as much money and gaining as much success as possible. There's mildly negative natural impact on the backstage environment. Morale effects on them are significantly dampened. Financial terms and incentives have greater impact upon the decision than normal. So it's a tough one. But we've got Kid Lycos. Great stats, but outside the UK, they're not known. I don't know if you've ever seen this guy, actually, or if you've seen Kid Lycos 2. So they're a tag team, Lycos Gym. They are in the Crockett Cup as well. Crockett Cup is the annual tag team tournament that the NWA do. So I've had to draft in tag teams for the cup. Killer Kelly is irritated, and I'm not surprised because she's not been on TV for a while. And that's what I need to remember, and remember to give people days off and things like that. Takeshita, um, AEW offered him a contract and they dropped out of the race. We offered him an exclusive deal. So there is a light bulb. There is a light bulb here, but I don't know if that's Takeshita signing an exclusive contract. If we sign Konosuke Takeshita on an exclusive deal, this guy is getting pushed to the moon, to the absolute moon. Yeah, this is a franchise player. Look at his stats. Yeah, compared to one of our top guys, Ace Austin, in terms of popularity. Yeah, Konosuke Takeshita, worldwide mental. Signed her, don't know why, just did. Um, $40 a show, so can't really go wrong with that. Maybe a little bit of variety, a little bit of difference. Leon Slater, the boy from Bradford, 160 a show. Got bare companies that he works for. Okay, you're all right, but I don't know. So Mansoor, it was just for the Crockett Cup um, that we signed him for. So I don't know how long he's going to be here for, if I'm being honest. Uh, this fella, and I don't even know who his tag team partner is again. Mike Bailey. Yeah, we got Speedball Mike Bailey. So this fella and Mike Bailey, they're going to be in a Crockett Cup as a tag team. He's only on 160 a show, and his contract is up in like, oh, it's only for 2 years. Okay, cool. These guys, I don't know how long I'm going to keep Mark Coffey and that for, but they're here. Mark Quinn, of course, part of Private Party. Marshall Von Erich, um, yeah, him and Ross Von Erich, they weren't great. So I'm going to release him, I think. I think he's going to go. Ross is upset because we're getting rid of my man, but Ross is the reason why we're getting rid of him. Because Ross is pulling out 40s, low 40s in the ring. So thanks, guys. You turned up. You got your $160. Now you're gone. Now you're gone. So Matt Hardy, 740 a show. That's why it was so high, 740 a show. Uh, him and Jeff are expensive. But Matt, how long did we have him for? January. So we signed him to like maybe a 3-month deal or something like that. Yeah, probably not going to use him a lot. Speedball Mike Bailey, very good wrestler. Can easily utilize him. 420 a show. Because he puts AEW before us, but that's okay. They're on different days. Mikey Nichols putting New Japan before us, which is a shame because New Japan is normally on the same day. But his tag partner is Shane Hest, and they are TMDK. which is fine because, as I said, Zack Sabre Jr., I believe, will be coming in to lead that faction. So that contract change, no, it's the same. Puma King, this is a good wrestler. Popularity is there in Mexico. Handshake deal, $60 a show. Queen Amanata, 120. Decent, good star quality. It's another person that we could consider potentially pushing, but putting AEW first. Rachel Ellering probably now. I mean, I probably now have no more use for her. She's on 90 a show. I'd rather use Alex Windsor than use her. I think she's going out with someone. Oh, she's broken up with Chris Hero, so he doesn't mind if she gets released. Boss, between you and me, good decision about Rachel Ellering. It'll make my life easier not having my ex around. And she's gone, mate. This here, Rini Yamashita, is an absolute monster. Yeah? Are you seeing this? Monster. Okay? So she's in 250 a show. Robbie Eagles is in. Uh, he's in New Japan as well. So I might just throw him in the War Dogs. 280 a show. Who is he with? He's got a. I don't know. I thought he had a tag partner here. Oh, Matt Diamond. I was thinking of signing Matt Diamond. But yeah. Anyway, so there we go. Ronda Rousey. Uh, signed her for a new deal. Same money, but we removed her wage match clause and her creative control clause. And the reason why we removed them is because we spent big. So I'm happy that we've managed to sort that out. Shayna Baszler has an exclusive written contract now. We gave her $50 more. Got her on an exclusive deal for the next 2 years. Tessa Blanchard as well. Got a shattered knee. I did not know that. He's out till July 2026. So that was pointless signing her then. 500 a show. But she's not going to appear. So it is what it is. It's okay. We'll deal with that. The Beast Mortos. That's who I was going to team with Jalistico actually. For the Crockett Cup. But I guess I've missed that opportunity because I wasn't paying attention. 240 a show. Tomoko Inaba. She can really improve. Her sister, Azuba, I think it's her sister. I wanted to sign her as well, but she wasn't. Yeah, it's her sister. But she wasn't willing to join. She didn't want to work in the US. And then obviously Trey Miguel and uh, Zachary Wentz we signed for the Crockett Cup, which they're now out of. So I don't know if I'm going to keep them on. You, who I've seen wrestle in real life, 170 a show, great skills, fundamental and physical is excellent, can be someone to push, and that's it. That's what we've done to the roster. Now, if we look at the light bulb, there's probably more coming in. Zack Sabre Jr. There we go. He's here. He's here. He's arrived. He's arrived. The, yeah, it was after this one. He got a 38 on pay per view. The second time he got a 38 on pay per view, and I said, you know, enough's enough. I can't have that. How can I tolerate that? So he's gone. Do you think I should get rid of Akam and Reza AOP? Because obviously this was their ratings in the last match, 43 and 46. The one before then, four-way, I mean, Cam had a 47. Reza had a 51, which is okay. Pay-per-view, 51, 53. I mean, maybe they had a bad night, you know. Maybe I'm just being too harsh. But 40 and 46, this is what I'm saying. If they just do regular matches on Dynamite, not Dynamite, sorry, on Power, they're just awful. I think we've got a lot of tag teams now to choose from, and it's a thing where it was like, I think if they weren't getting 260 a show, if they were getting like in 270 a show, so like to book them, you're paying like 500 or something. Um, their performances are just not consistent enough. I don't trust them to say, I'm going to put them in a match and they're going to get a good rating. So, and obviously I've signed these new tag teams. Not to say that like I'm keeping them all. But this guy, that he's going to NXT. I don't know why he's still here. Why? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we'll need them anymore. We've got 118. We've got 118 people on a roster. But that's all staff. So, and let's look at availability as well. I mean, absences, what have we got? Fractured cheekbone. It can be worked through, that's fine. He's got to do the Crockett Cup. 263 days. Medium risk if we do surgery. Let's do the surgery. Success. 132 days, that's fine. Jake Doyle's back in 3 days. Go to events. Let's do availability for our next event. I find the War Dogs won't be here. Chris Charlton won't be here as well. We kind of need him though for the commentary. If you look at NWA Power, Sean Legacy is always unavailable because he's at NXT. Timothy Thatcher, we've signed him, but he's not been available yet because of NXT. So I'm going to move this show to the Friday. What Friday was it meant to be on at the moment? 26th. Let's do 24th. Let's do our events. Let's do our pay-per-views on a Friday. Sean Legacy has no place now for us. 60th show, unimportant. I think he can be a good wrestler, but even in WWE, like he's pulling out 40s, 30s. Yeah. We're not where we were when we signed him. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Valentino Rossi, I urge you to reconsider the decision. Releasing Sean Legacy will put a huge strain on my relationship with him. Oh, babe. Um, okay. So I've considered it. I'm not getting him out of here. They released him. Released his bumbo ass, man. Him gone, dog. Get him out of here, bruv. Don't need him here, man. Get him out of here, bruv. He can cut. He can cut, bro. So yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, that's a problem. But it doesn't say she's a bad influence. At the end of the day, like if she wants to go, she can go, but it literally doesn't change anything. Oh, Alpha Wolf and Dragon Bane, they're siblings. You didn't know that. It doesn't, yeah, so she doesn't change anything. If she wants to cut out, she can cut out, but at the moment she's okay. Locker room morale is excellent. We organise a transport. No outsiders are allowed, but if people ask, I always let them in. No smoking is allowed. No alcohol is allowed. No drugs are allowed. We don't pay for hotels. Transport is organised. And we could probably do hotels that organise as well. That would probably make them happy. A masseuse will probably improve things as well. We don't provide catering, but the morale is excellent at the end of the day. So we're doing all right. The success of NWA Redemption as the morale is excellent. And these two things that I've just added in, the masseuse and the hotels, they're not going to make the morale any worse. Chiropractor is provided as well. I normally do no one leaves until the final match is over, but I think we're okay. I think we're fine, to be honest. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, man, we're good. We're chilling. It's in the news. Ronda Rousey's gone to WC Pro, which is part of the alliance. Shinsuke Nakamura has left WWE. I mean, it's really popular. Over a million. Oh, let's look at this. Konosuke Takeshita. Exclusive written contract. 1,700 per show. 2 years. And that's it. You utilize a future main eventer. And that's it. Konosuke Takeshita for us, eventually, I think he's gonna be checking Ace Austin. Okay. Oh, okay. So is Konosuke Takeshita leaving AEW? It must be. It's got an extension. Okay. So we've got to Tuesday, which means it's NWA Power Day. And then we've got the pay-per-view in 3 days. Okay, so literally the next stream, it will be NWA Power. And then we'll be going into the NWA Sam Hain pay-per-view. And that's it. That's it. Well, that's cool. I didn't realize I was that close. So, okay. Yeah. All right. That's fine. I like that. I like that. Where are we storyline wise? Probably Karina Ricky Knight's a little cold, so now 34 is not okay anymore. Um, we're kind of on track with all the storylines. Age Blanc, who good roster. Mal Aramis, who's in line to get the national title, #1 contender. Got prospects, Venny. I really like her. Kato Kiyomiya as well. Junior Benito, but he needs matches. Danny Luna and Bozilla, but she needs matches as well. And who's hot at the moment? Ace Austin, #1. Metalik, Kenzie Page, Jonathan Gresham, AR Fox. And yeah, Ace Austin, man, we've been building him up as like #1 and he needs to remain as such. Hidden Gems, Jonathan Dijak. I do like the thought of that. Hammerstone, I've had my eye on him since the start. And Bear Bronson is someone. Nah, he's not good enough. But yeah. But yeah, man, listen, that's been the stream. It was supposed to be a little short one. But yeah, man, that's it. And the next one, we'll do NWA Power, we'll do the pay-per-view, and hopefully we'll smash it out of the park, man. So yeah, cool people, and see you guys later. Bye.
So don't worry if ik spreek een beetje Nederlands. En don't worry if ik kom uit de Engeland. I'm uit Amsterdam, ben ik honger, I just came for smallers and some pictures for the gram. I'm back in the city, man.